Okay. Okay. Who do you like for the big game? Big. I have to say, second coming of Andrew Luck, like that type of talent. I actually think there's been guys that are like more talented. Like you could argue Kyle Bowler was more talented than Andrew Luck. You could argue, like I don't know. Who did I like? Let me go through it. First of all, recap of the day: 40,000 IU's of vitamin D3, split into 2 doses. I'm on the Coimbra protocol for autoimmune disease. 40,000 is like the minimum. Last week, as you recall, I was on 20,000, kind of an introductory dose. Every 10 I did in the morning. The other 10 I did in the evening. I found I felt like shit for a few hours after the 10,000 additionally in the evening. I also generally have worse symptoms in the evening. I don't know why that is. But I felt kind of not great with 20,000 loaded in the morning today, and I just took 20,000 more. So if my head blows off, do you know who to call? Okay, so quarterbacks that I think were more talented than Andrew Luck coming out of the draft. Off the top of my head, I'm blanking right now so badly. But I mean, you could argue someone like Cam Newton from Auburn was more talented. You could argue Anthony Richardson's more talented. Though I look at quarterbacks and like the dude can't hit the broadside of a barn. Speaking of Anthony Richardson, why would you draft a guy like that who can't make fundamental, like consistent passes down the field? If you can't read defenses, you have no business being quarterback. It doesn't matter how talented you are. A name is coming to me. Who is that guy that played? Was it Bowler that played for the Ravens? That dude could play. J.P. Lossman, I think, was a guy that was super talented. Trent Edwards was a guy that's, again, Stanford product, I believe, not as talented as Andrew Luck, but a surprising guy that I thought would be better. And sometimes you just never know. Was it Musburger or something? Who was that guy's name? That LSU, was the LSU guy that went to Tennessee? Long name, something Burger. The guy very talented. The guy didn't work out. Ryan Mallett, guys like that. Again, lead feet, kind of reminds me of Patrick Ramsey. Didn't work out. But superior talent. I'm trying to think of a guy who's just like a Ryan Leaf, like a Jeff George. Oh, you got people after Andrew Luck. I mean, Russell for the Raiders, I don't think was after. Yeah, he was, I think, after Andrew Luck. That guy, I saw it from a mile away, couldn't play quarterback. This is the Al Davis version of I'm going to draft my uncle who could throw a ball 85 yards in the air. And I'm going to fly him in a private jet for a visit. And he goes to some small Catholic school. And it's like, that's not how it works, though. There's a lot of people that can throw, they can't play quarterback. Quarterback is a combination of your CNS being charged up to where you can sense things. You have extrasensory perception, like fucking spider sense the back of your head. Your feet move a certain way. You have this preternatural instinct to shift your body weight and maintain your throwing platform so your weight shifts in just the right way. Consistently, not sometimes, not every once in a while, not your arm strong enough to make up for it. Consistently. Tom Brady, unbelievable footwork in the pocket, and I'm thinking of other guys. The big issue with quarterbacks that don't have complete skill sets as pocket passers coming in the NFL, the guy that changed that is recent. Lamar Jackson is literally one of the first guys to ever do that. The issue with teaching an old dog new tricks is it's kind of like telling Roger Federer that you have to get a bigger racket or fix your backhand because these two guys can take advantage of it, Nadal and Djokovic. Australian Open just started, so I have to mention it. The problem with that precept is that the guy beats everybody. It's like Andy Roddick doing his backhand slice approach shot. It works against everyone but Roger Federer. So it's hard to tell someone to like change things up. So it's hard to tell a quarterback, hey, your feet are slowing down. Now you have to learn to play quarterback at like 29 years old. Mind you, if you talk about the touches that a running back gets in the NFL, why in the world would a quarterback touching the ball even more not wear down physically in terms of his ability to run? You would think that would make absolute sense. We've seen this with Steve McNair. We've seen this now with Russell Wilson kind of slowing down late or early 30s. Phillip Rivers' arm strength noticeably went down in his early 30s because of his feet. Something that's important to know. His footwork, his whole biomechanics that allow him to play in the NFL slowed down. So his arm looked noticeably weaker. And you saw in Chargers games when they had LaDainian Tomlinson, if they were ahead, they were fine. But if they were behind like 2 touchdowns in the third quarter, teams knew he was pushing the ball. So they tightened up coverage down the field, and he would have good stats, but he would like basically become a kind of like Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux is a 85-mile-an-hour fastball in the cold weather. Colorado Rockies is hitting home runs left and right. It's like that. It's like you can make all the throws on air, but you can't make all the throws in NFL context situations. This Mendoza kid, though, his moxie, his personality, very confident. I think he's Christian. That's an amazing thing. The funny thing about the Vendome Club in Miami when you had Clavicular there with Sneeko and Nick is like people talk about how satanic it was. People say, "Oh, these are awful." All these detractors online, probably disengagement farming, but whatever. Like using the other person's engagement to bring people to their own platform. This club has this like fiery red demon look on every night. That's their look. Who cares? Like, there's probably a child molester in there some nights. There's probably a group of like Sinaloa drug cartel people doing deals like it's fucking Collateral, Tom Cruise. There's tons of weird shit that goes on there. So it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, look at these evil people, these evil Gen Z streamers. Like, give me a break. Like these autistic streamers, they're Nazis. They're horror. It's like it's so funny. It's like Clavicular's harmless. I'd actually like to see Clavicular in a fight. I feel like he could get his jaw broken. Well, he might have a freak out about that, but like maybe he could like get his ass kicked and just like take it and be like, "Oh, that was unfortunate. I should probably learn how to fight now." And then like for the next 6 months, he's like training MMA, and that's his like arc for his next thing. Maybe going into the Paul brothers. You know, he just like, okay, they made a lot of money doing that, and maybe I can do that. And everyone wants to punch me in the face because of my like lookism, my looks maxing. That's a brilliant way. That's the next step. I should tweet him that in my parasocial relationship. I should just send that off. That's actually brilliant. Who are you thinking? Jared Leto, Fight Club. I wanted to, destroy something beautiful, kind of like that. I wonder, when he was fighting Jared Leto, was he fighting Brad Pitt from Jared Leto's perspective, or was he like fighting Edward Norton's character? I mean, obviously everyone's Edward Norton from a third party's perspective, but was Ed actually Brad there? I feel like he was Ed, right? He was Ed because Brad wouldn't be so vindictive. His is more like psychological. It's not, yeah, that's how I see. That's how I see. He's more extroverted. He has to be because he's a figment of the guy's imagination. Sorry, that was a weird tangent. Who do you like? Carson Beck? Well, who has the arm? Like, where's the talent? Now, the Swamp against the University of Indiana on any given Sunday, like that Saturday, whatever, a Monday. It's the college football championship. All in on Miami, but the guy, I gotta give him credit. The Saban protege, the older coach, who I hope he stays with Indiana. That'd be really cool to build a program there, though. Kind of self-defeating because you're never going to get the same recruits. It's about television contracts. It's kind of like player NIL money too. The boosters, especially when you have multiple sports and you're a small school, are the boosters for Indiana basketball going to shift to football and they're going to make that a powerhouse? Are you going to get black kids to go to the middle of America? That's why Nebraska football went to shit. It's like, you can go to Miami. You can become a millionaire in college with NIL money and live in Miami. Who's not going to do that? Now, I'll say, is that best for a young man? Is that best for anybody? so much temptation while you're there, just the weather, or you drive a Bentley to school and someone gave it to you, or NIL money is basically paying for the rental. You're allowed to like use these things. You know, all these girls are just like club girls, the worst of the worst. You want a nice introverted borderline girl, not a social climbing girl who might be borderline. Then you get like the Amber Heards. Who wants that? The hardest thing about those people is you're like an Elon Musk. You have a target on your back for all these like hoes and Mossad secret agents, double agents that pretend to be like people in the media. The ones that go after you might be fun in the bedroom and everything, but they're like very, very like subversive. They have like an ulterior motive. They have like malicious intent. Some of it's self-destructive. Some of it's like, social climbing to protect themselves, and they like don't care about you at all. They care about like your status, but like in like the most vicious, manipulative way. Some of them are also retarded. Like girls, like I want him so badly because he's tall. Like there's like, he's so tall, I must have him. I must breed with him. I like. Yeah, we're back. Collab's cameraman does a good job. He like sets the angle of the camera in this way where it looks like a normal sized person looking up at this giant. And then when the camera frames with all these girls, he obviously looks taller, 6'2". It's very good. He should give his cameraman a raise. It's like his cameraman is like literally a looksmaxer that didn't have this idea or didn't make the same commitments that Cladlicular did, and he's just like this bitter guy behind a camera, like the end of being John Malkovich. He has to like watch everything through this lens. It's like, this could have been my life if only I took more Retta, hollowed out those cheeks more bone smashing. And here I am, just kind of acknowledging that I let myself go, that I'm not looking my best, and I'm trying to get back to some semblance of the handsome man that I was. While at the same time sharing my journey into autoimmune disorders, neuroinflammation, and feeling like garbage. And doing stuff like getting off testosterone to see how healthy I am. Maybe that's best for my brain. I've been taking pregnenolone, DHEA. Those definitely help. I wonder if there's a whole subset of people that like really don't do well on TRT because they're not up regulating those neurosteroids, even with like Leydig cell, signaling from HCG. It's tough, man. You gotta get beyond that. Doctors don't know what they're doing. At the same time, B cell proliferation from estradiol. How much HCG do you want? I haven't done that test yet. I'm at 750 IUs a week, split into 3 doses, with 3 doses of around 17, like 100 milligrams of test sip, split into 3. Trying to keep the estrogen in check to avoid B cell proliferation. But I also have these weird variable like add-ons that are muddling the waters, causation without correlation. I have this like vitamin D thing I'm doing. I made this adjustment to my dosing. Which is which? I'm still taking the Sareptase, lumbrikinase, although my Lumbro is coming in the mail. Excuse me. Nick Fuentes burp. Because of that, I'm taking the kintinase, this other one that's not as powerful, but it'll do. People say that that builds up. Like you have to like take it over time. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of people are sick with these weird like COVID things. They don't know what the fuck to do. Their doctors call them and look at them like they're losers, like they're just making it up. That's fucked up, man. Like, who wants that? Who wants to have a doctor? You have this chronic illness. You like went to Harvard Business School, and now you're like sick all the time. And your doctor's just like, it's all in your head. You just have like, you crashed because you have like a huge career and you couldn't handle the pressure or whatever. Dude, just no. He doesn't have tickets? Click. Yeah, man. He went to tailgate at the like thing without tickets just for the sake of.
Yellow, yeah, yeah. Well, everyone's going to the Hard Rock now, so we're gonna go Hard Rock. You know what I mean? The Vantage Points is crazy, but the hardest one that I ever did was at the beach. You doing that?
Just talking about Vantage Point IRL, like tricking a girl that you're taller than you are, dude. Why? It's like, I understand it. Like I get it, but it's just not that interesting. Like girls, like you do all this work to get. But Mike, dude, what is with this Mike? Can't stand it. It fucks up on me all the time. See, like it's like, well, it's just like, can we lose? Like, is this the camera adds 10 pounds? When does it go away? When do I get like my jawline back? My God, just like it just I can't shake it. It's just never ending. If I like get off all my testosterone, my face will probably lean out if I overcome the severe anxiety attacks that last 60 days, where I'm just having freakouts because I have like no estrogen and no testosterone. Like my HPTA axis is shut down. God, I want to be healthy so badly. I want to be healthy and like surf and live in. I want to be like a fucking Pierce Brosnan living in Hawaii with my giant wife that I love dearly regardless of her weight gain because it's true love. And I want to eat like Fiji apples or whatever. And I don't know, koala bear tacos, and just really enjoy the sunrise. It's a red wine with friends, even though I only partake with like, you know, guests because I'm just drinking at that point because like I'm just so happy with life. I play chess online. I enjoy my like my Laura Piana collection. You know, I actually don't like Laura Piana that much. It just looks uber casual. I don't know. I just, at some point, you just like, you get so sick of whatever it is. You just like, you have a cash machine of like residual income, and you're just like, My dad's anniversary of his death is coming up. It's hard. Kinda. Difficult relationship with the dad. Because he and I are the same person. Your dad and you are the same person. It's like very opinionated, very like egocentric in some ways, like think they're always right. Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. I remember I was at Mar-a-Lago with my dad at the endangered species benefit, and he like made fun of my tuxedo because it's like one you get from the mall when you're in high school for prom. I didn't know stuff about that at that time. I didn't know about like Brioni or Bespoke anything, and I thought it was funny that his stupid his stupid thing is like, oh, I'm restored from X. Awesome. Congratulations to me. It's been a week. Okay, good for me. I can't say that. We can't use derivations of rape anymore. I guess I have to just like avoid. But yeah, he wears a Yoni shirt that like button. You know, it doesn't puff out the sides. You know what I mean? Like that look where I can have this thing where when I wear a dress shirt, I put it into my underwear, like my boxer briefs, and it's exactly the same thing. I do that all the time. I actually, when a girl sees me get ready to get dressed, I sometimes purposely do it just to see whether like I can be myself around them, or I constantly have to put on airs like I'm just too cool for school. If they laugh at what I'm doing, then I know they're cool. If they don't laugh and they just kind of notice it, I'm like, okay, this relationship will eventually dissolve. But yeah, dude, women telling me how to dress or telling me women want to trick you into thinking that you're incomplete without them when your life is perfectly fine because they're so insecure. It's the only thing they have. Jewish women, like that's particularly a thing. Like really insecure men feel like being bossed around by a woman is like getting the, I don't know, attention of their mother. Their like sociopathic, narcissistic mother. Like that's the way that they got that attention, is like her acknowledging that they're deficient. Like, ooh, that's the form of love. It's really fucked up, man. It's so fucked up. And then, dude, it's just so bad. Like a lot of women are like that. They're like, or maybe they're just surrounded by catty bitches their entire life, and they're just so jaded. But yeah, women like to say their value is not just a sexual thing. It's like, you're an idiot, and without me, I'm amazing. You're not. And it's like, wait a minute, who has the money? Who's successful? Who's the girl that's just pretty? I'm so confused here. And at some points, they can be like, I'm so beautiful, I can have anyone I want. Yeah, kind of. When you have money, you can cycle through girls and give them that impression based off how much you spend on like traveling or like taking them away for like a weekend for sex. And they think it's special, but you do that all the time. In fact, you do it so much and you've gotten so used to it that you can bring work with you and you don't feel guilty about wasting time on women. They're just like an attaché case, like you're bringing extra luggage. It's like, oh, this is just a fun little treat for myself in between meetings when I'm in Paris. And they think, oh, he's just so great. It's such a bullshit thing. Aren't there any normal girls, Clav? Like a normal like model that looks like pretty? You know, not just like a whore? Why are they all whores? Dude. But I have to say, he's shadding it up hard. He's like had a glow up in the last 24 hours. He's been to the club and everything. He looks even better. I have like it in juxtaposition with him in terms of my weight right now, like my jawline, like where it's been. I feel like I have to lose like 100 pounds. I have to like get rid of a body. It's brutal, dude. It's just I'm also like on 100 milligrams of testosterone. I don't even know if that's good enough, but I feel good. I'm just fat. And I'm losing weight, but not as much as I'd like. I'm as strong as I've ever been, but it doesn't look it. All these problems, you know? It's like, fuck. Brutal.
So I'm him like, oh, now we're going to gate yellow. We're going to gate yellow.
Clav is staring down the security guard.
So aggressive. Where y'all going? Wrong way.
He's the guy like the girl's on her period. The security guard is guiding traffic because the lights don't matter because of the security and the parking. It's so fucking stupid. Hasman Gold, what are you doing?
I choose not to pick you.
Did Don Lemon get arrested? Sometimes I feel like people get arrested on purpose to push their careers because like they need clout. I took an Adderall. Can you tell? It's just like, not recently. I took it like, it's the bad. When you take the Adderall 4 hours ago and it wears off and you're like, it's rough. It's rough. You're on 40,000 IUs of vitamin D and you're getting an immune reaction. Your brain is kind of getting cloudy. It's not good. I wonder what's going to happen tonight. I'm scared, actually. A little scared. I'm supposed to do a double today at the gym. Under the FACE Act for like Ku Klux Klan member, he's getting arrested for some sort of like targeting a church, storming in. He storms a church. Like ICE protesters, like who gives a shit? And, you know, Gen Z people online don't give a fuck about Don Lemon. They also don't care about following Harry Sisson and Dean Withers, because it's like hyper realism. The popularity of that is bipartisan. Nick Fuentes, like honesty, like I'm a chud, I'm an incel, I'm a kind of a hobbit. It's like comes through. And people like that. They like Clavicular that's just like he's a weird autistic person. And he's like, I just want to mog. I don't even care about girl. Like this like brutal honesty, as stupid as it might be, is more genuine than the people who like pretend that they're like interesting or are like, I don't know, civil rights activists or whatever the fuck. Like no one gives a fuck. Trump created the extreme posture of ICE. He probably had a dictate from on high to be like pull American civilians out of their cars to check if they're, you know, illegal aliens, which is insane, under the guise or the justification that if the person is illegal, they have no protections under the Bill of Rights. Ergo, you can treat everyone like a crazy like Mexican drug cartel member. And then after the fact say, oh, sorry, my bad. Thought you were one of them, which is insane. And it's riling up the left. And then Trump will come in and he's already doing this. And maybe this is a bad look. Maybe ICE needs to like, you know, calm down. So he's like doing both. He's placating both sides. And there's also a constituency of like conservatism that doesn't like that look. They don't like the Rachel Good or whatever her name was, getting Renee Good, whatever. Is my fucking mic okay? They don't like the look. It's an ugly look. It's unnecessary. It's trying to create a golem, and it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked because it's not real. It's creating this idea that there's ICE raids all over the world or all over the United States, and it's not happening. It's like select theater in certain parts of densely populated areas, and it's designed to manipulate you. There are no mass deportations. There are no mass ICE raids. There are no mass arrests. It's a delusion. And that's why it's not working for Trump. And he thinks that it's in his best interest to de-escalate now because the golem didn't happen. There wasn't some sort of like left-wing bombing of like ICE officers. They've been like trying to personify this like kind of, I don't know, MAGA is great, and this is a reinvigoration of like borders and security and before the midterms, and it's not happening. So they have to like kind of go the other way and be neutral because the left is just letting the right kind of implode with the Groypers and alternative media kind of people that are infighting and saying we don't really like JD Vance. JD Vance basically disappearing the last 6 months. Trump on his lonesome. It's like a foregone conclusion that the midterms are going to go badly. And if the midterms go badly, then there's a direct line of sight to 2028 and JD Vance versus someone. It looks like it's going to be Gavin Newsom, but I think it's still early. And you just need some very popular bipartisan people that were like liberal but not like crazy liberal to come in and kind of be neutral, because that's the thing that'll destroy JD Vance. Not him versus an extreme, someone boring versus him that's more real than him. Like, I'm just a comedian running for president, that type of, like Jon Stewart running for president or something. I wish he didn't do his damn like show where he like made fun of doctors who were against trans surgeries. It kind of made him look really bad. But also, it was entirely obvious he was just being paid a hell of a lot of money to do that like miniseries or whatever it was. But that's what you need. You just need hyper realism. It's okay to be fat like me and say, I'm like 30, 40 pounds heavier than I've been in a long time. I look like a fat piece of shit. And I'm sick. I have an autoimmune disorder. But I'm trying to ascend. I'm trying to get better, get healthy, figure things out, what's best for me. More than looks, just what's best for my mental health and all that jazz. That is, people like that. They prefer you just being a real person and not being fake. If you're an autistic person that likes to play video games 12 hours a day and like twiddle with your thumbs and like fidget, you're amazing because you're you. That's you. You're being yourself, as you should be. As you should be. Let's see. Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna sound crazy. Is that like I spent fat horse? I do, like a fat, useless, stupid, ugly, boring, lazy. Basically, like it's like half of the show. Only half? Yeah, of course. We gotta do some other stuff too. The other half is reserved for minorities. And so I didn't even know this, but my editors told me, I never even look at my YouTube stuff ever, but like they told me that the amount of female viewership that we've had has like 2x or 3x. Because whenever I was only doing gaming stuff, I had like 98% female male audience, and now I'm closer down to like the low 90s. So there are a lot of women that watch the stream now. That is a crazy from 3 to 6. I think it was even more than that. It's like 6 or 7. I'm not memeing, right? Actually, it's like somewhere around there. And so, yeah, there's a lot of women that watch now. Surprise. According to Kotaku. Gaming, playing Candy Crush, sure. But besides that, if you're talking about real video games, absolutely not. 100% absolutely.
They're probably watching Asmongold because it's a safe space of like asexual inceldom. You know? It's like, can you see that like the Val Kilmer fat Christopher Nolan thing going on with my face? I'm just looking at my levels. I saw my face. I don't like looking at myself. But can you see it like through here? This chub that like there's some decency that needs to be like extracted from this fat, this like bloated. It's not even like alcohol. It's like I don't really drink that much. It's crazy. God. Maybe I have to pump it up. If I'm going to be on it, maybe I should pump it up, you know? But what if it's just slower at 100? Everything goes back to lower, like skinnier, everything, diet stays good, calories are good. It takes longer to get back, but it's worth it. But I'm supposed to be in San Francisco in 10 days and my fucking pants don't fit. It's bad. It's like really bad. My pants don't fit, like any of them. I wore my dinner jacket to Elenia for Christmas dinner. It's a tuxedo for you poor people. And I had to flip the waistband over to hide the fact that I couldn't button it. I had to like hide it with I wore a belt with a tuxedo instead of like suspenders to hide the fact I couldn't button my pants. Because I was off testosterone from September to October, and I fucking just blew up. I blew up, had panic attacks, like exhaustion, no testosterone. Because when I got back on a moderate dose, my levels were like 495. So clearly I had nothing in my system. That makes me worry a little bit that I'll come off again. First month won't be so hot because I'm coming from a lower level down. And then like week 3, still not good. I tried enclomiphene. Holy shit, could I not handle that drug? Holy shit, was that bad? It like makes me so sad. I felt so anxious and sad on that shit. I need to hire like a team of bodybuilders to give me advice coming off. Fuck doctors. I'm coming off. I need to figure out like a real plan. It's not fun to come off testosterone. But also, I don't know what it is, whether it's the autoimmune thing that has like neurological symptoms that are masked by androgens, or yeah, I don't know, man. It's fucking a nightmare. I just want to do what's best for me, you know, like long term, you know? $40,000 IUs of vitamin D. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's a lot. It's scary. I'm not allowed to have calcium because of like gallbladder stones or gallstones in the bladder that like will rip my urethra when I piss. You have to like surgery to remove that shit. Fuck that. I can't have fucking like cookies and cream ice cream for like 2 months. Not that I need it, but you know. Dude. And you know what's funny? All these special things for people that are really sick, where like all these therapies from the doctor don't work, all these meds, no doctors know what the fuck they are. Like they're all guessing. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like it's a complete con. All these doctors that are specialists for people with chronic illnesses that you see as like osteopaths, kind of like chiropractors. If you have cancer and someone else has like AIDS and the other person just has a bad back, the treatment's the same for all three. Crack here, the neck thing, and they do the double, you know, with the thing under your chin. It's all the same. One's dying of AIDS, one's dying of cancer. The other guy just has like a sore back. Are you kidding me? What a crock of shit. It's the same thing. So many of these like protocols and everything is a doctor trying to get you to pay money for them to administer it or to oversee your care. But something like the Coimbra protocol is like high dose vitamin D. It says just don't eat this shit. See how you feel after, you know, a month, and then raise your dose or whatever. Some people take 400,000 IUs a day of vitamin D. 400,000. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't. It's so scary. It's so scary to think like that. 400,000 is like, that's nutty. I can feel it right now, and it doesn't feel pleasant at 40,000. And what do you do when it doesn't feel pleasant? You just like back off? It's like a crazy person. Hold on, let me check something here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay. Let's go back to collab real quick. The jeans I have on that I wore to I was doing some like videos like 4 years ago. I was so skinny off androgens that the jeans were like loose on me and like falling off. I was just like, I was ripped, skinny, doing like 5,000 calories one day and skipping the next day. Like that was my diet. And now those jeans are like the metal tongs are hanging on for dear life. And it's just like, what happened? And I know if I went up to 200 milligrams of test or like 150 or 140, I'm instantly back in the game of just getting like cut the fuck up. But I don't know if I like the way I feel at that level. You know? You're like more muscle, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's for me. In any event. Streaming is so hard. Like, I feel like I need to be in bed right now with like an ice pack on my forehead. And it's like, no, I have to talk. I need to take that energy that makes me want to like be cozy with like a show that's like running like over and over, like the new Night Manager series on Amazon Prime. No, I have to tell you guys about it. That's the therapy. Tell you guys about it. Talk it out. You have to, if you like talking, you like doing, you know, like improv or, you know, having a fucking show, you got to do it when you're not feeling well. You have to be a trooper. You have to like Nick Fuentes, 3:00 in the morning, better things to do. He's doing his show back in the day. You got to just go for it. You know, that's what it is. It's dedication. Content is king. Content is king. I wonder if Clav is like even skinnier in real life because the camera like adds 10 pounds. The dude looks like he's emaciated right now. The dude looks like when he goes clubbing, he just drinks water and he's just burning even more calories walking around and dancing. It's fucking crazy. Meanwhile, I put jeans on and I were so tight that like I had trouble putting on my shoes, and then I put on a sweater. And I realized the temperature in Austin, Texas went from 4 in the morning to like 80, and I was sweating my balls off. And I was so happy to take all these clothes off. I looked good in them, but it was very uncomfortable. I'm like, this is a problem. This is a serious problem. Like, also, is 100 milligrams enough for me to be like better than I am naturally? Naturally, like not sick? Dude, it's just... It's so bad. I feel like shit right now. Oh my God. Oh. Look, I'm sweating through my shirt. You see that? My God. Oh my goodness. So how are you guys doing? I see I have 2 viewers. What's going on? SPY futures are down like 1%. Marvelous. What else? Oh, friend wants to go get dinner. I am not going to get dinner with anybody. I'm supposed to go to the gym and do a double. Oh my God. Maybe I need to take a break. Maybe I will. It's like walk time. All right.